Welcome to the first ever annual National Gamer Society podcast. Today we have my co host, Mr. Bird, out here joining me, and today we will be discussing CSGO and CSGO's esports scene. Let me start off and give you a brief history lesson. CSGO was first a mod for the very popular game Half Life in 1990. After many beta builds of CSGO from 1990 to 2000, the first non beta build was released in September of 2000. There are many multiple versions of the game out there today, but the main versions are Counter Strike Condition Zero, Counter Strike Source, and Counter Strike Global Offensive, which is the most up to date version and the most played version. CSGO has one of the largest gaming scenes out there with over 20 million players. Oh god, what's that noise? It's ad time. Have you ever had problems with one of your CS:GO games? Have you ever had problems of being clapped in a 1v1 after talking crap for hours? Have you ever been beat to crap by a Russian kid screaming at you and while using a crappy hack client? Well, then I got the fix for you. EasyFrags.com, the best CSGO sheet client out there. It doesn't matter if they're sitting behind a wall. It doesn't matter if they're behind a box. You'll still be able to hit them thanks to EasyFrags.com. You'll be able to see them across the map. You'll be able to track them through walls. It doesn't matter. EasyFrags got you covered. Legal disclaimer. EasyFrag is not at fault for breaking your PC. We are not at fault for your PC getting a Russian computer virus at any time. We are not liable for your PC catching on fire randomly in the night. We are not liable for your PC catching on fire and killing your whole family. Thanks, Easy Frags, for sponsoring this podcast. All right, back to your podcast. CS:GO is one of the most popular games out there, and with especially with its esports scene, where it's grown from small events up to tournaments with $10 million prize pools. Because of CS:GO, gamers have been able to take careers in esports and in YouTube. Without CS:GO, gaming community would not be at the same height as it is now. But I can tell you from my firsthand experience, without CS:GO, I will not be as close as I am with my friends. Over the summer, I've got up to 100 plus hours in CS:GO. I've stayed up to 3 a.m. in the morning vibing and gaming with my boys in CS. I'll never be able to forget the game where I dropped 42 kills against my boys and they called me a hacker for 30 minutes straight. I've never had so much fun laughing and talking trash in a video game before. But now I'll be able to give the mic over to my boy Dr. Ruggs. But before I do, I have to give CS a 5 out of 5 rating for its amazing gameplay, for the moments it gives you, and for the absolute crap you're able to talk if you install Easy Frags in the description below. All right, you now have the mic, Dr. Ruggs.
So now I'll be talking about So now we will be talking about CS:GO and its esports history. So the first major tournament happened in 2001, with it being hosted by Cyber Athletics Professional League. The name of the tournament was the Winter Champions, and it was won by Ninja Pajamas. They won over $150,000 in prize money, and it became known as the first major, which all CS:GO major events are called the majors pretty much. They are CS:GO. They are pretty big. The CS:GO is the flagships for esports and will continue to be for a long time.
Oh, God.
CS:GO.
It's ads.
Oh no! Oh no!
Have you ever been clowned on for having some trash shoes? Have you ever been told, what are those by your homies? Have you ever been told you need to be paid to wear those crappy shoes? Well, then I got the fix for you. The Stepped Out 11s. These shoes are so far that they will cause a family to break up. You'll be able to win any argument against your homies because you'll be their stepdad. These shoes are so far, they'll give you plus 10 looks to any outfit. You'll be able to get any office job you want because how fire these shoes are. But legal disclaimer, we are not at fault if you have no hairline. We are not at fault if you fall down a flight of stairs because how drippy your shoes are. We are not at fault for you causing families to break up because of the stepped at 11s. So go out there and get you a new pair now at Foot Locker and on eBay right now. Back to you, Dr. Ruggs.
So now I'll be talking about my experience with CS:GO. So my first experience with CS:GO was during the summer, when Mr. Andrew's friends got me into playing it for the first time. My thoughts on the game was it was not a very good game. The gameplay was kind of clunky and kind of buggy sometimes. Then, then one of the bigger reasons why I didn't really like it at the beginning was the gunplay. The gunplay is how the mechanics of the guns in the game work, as a brief explanation if you've never heard of that. So, gunplay in CS:GO is when shooting long range, you have to tap on your mouse once, and then for short range, you hold down your left mouse button. And then I would always get them mixed up or mix the two together while spraying long range or short range. Then there are the calls, which you have to know, or your friends are just going to get mad at you for not telling them where they are. And then the best gun in the game to ever be added to the CS:GO is the Negev. The Negev is the best gun in the game, and there's no arguing about it. The reason why it's so good is that it's just an absolute laser when it comes to it. You can just beam people across the map even without hacks, and they'll just call you out for it. So now I will be talking. So now I believe I have around 30 to 40 hours on CS:GO. But some of my friends have around 100 to 200 hours or more on the game. Thank you for listening. I give CS:GO a 5-star rating. I will give CS:GO Esports a 5-star rating, and then back to you, Mr. Andrews.
Well, CS:GO Esports has an amazing scene, and I'm going to have to agree with that 5 out of 5 rating. You're never going to be able to compete with CS:GO's esports scene as how competitive it is, and with the rivalry the teams have out there in that esports scene. Thank you all for coming out to the podcast, but don't forget to go to easyfrags.com with a description in below, and go out there and get you a fire pair of stepped out 11s, causing every family out there to break up and winning arguments against your boys. Peace out.